Hello to all. The information we're about to review is taken from www.drivesatan.org. Making a commitment to Father Satan. Had I as many souls as there be stars, I'd give them all for Mephistopheles. Dr. Faustus. What happens when I make a formal commitment to Satan? Satan looks out for his own. Satan gives us an inner strength, and we become very strong in spirit. Unlike right-hand path religions, where adherents are forever praying and searching for their God, Satan comes to us on his own. Many times we can feel him. He comes to guide us when we get down, worried, or are experiencing problems. He snaps us into line and directs us as to what we need to do to be focused and happy. The foundation of spiritual Satanism is in our fighting Satan's work upon humanity. This is the goal of the Godhead, and is accomplished through power meditation. Humanity is currently at a very low level spiritually. When we begin to meditate, we experience profound positive changes within our lives. Satan and his demons, the original gods, protect us and look out for us as we transform and achieve personal power. With Satan, we have protection that outsiders do not have. We can advance in the powers of the mind and soul as far as we wish. For outsiders, this can prove dangerous. Satan also gives us knowledge. I lead to the straight path without a book. As we transform and grow, our lives change for the better, and we are much happier. We learn through Satan how to take control of our own lives and destiny instead of being at the mercy of fate. We learn to heal ourselves and to fulfill our own desires using the powers of our mind and soul. In making a commitment, we engage a formal ritual. This is done out of free will. We are making a choice, as opposed to being dragged off to some Christian church and reciting canned prayers stolen and corrupted from Eastern mantras in front of a bunch of idiots. We acknowledge we knowledge and search, we can prove beyond all doubt that the Nazarene, Jehova, and ilk are all fictitious characters stolen from and corrupted concept to remove all spiritual knowledge so that a chosen few can rule the world using powers of the mind and soul. For further information, please visit www.exposingchristianity.com, or I'll be directing the link of videos that I made of exposing Christianity in the description below. Because so many have been forcefully indoctrinated with these characters and what they stand for, enemies of Satan, we renounce them permanently in the dedication ritual. This proves to be psychologically healing and liberating. The initiation ritual is very personal, unless you decide to have friends participate or doing it as a part of a group. You will need one or more black, blue, or red candles, as many as you like, or if you don't have any of the listed candles, such as black, blue, or red, you can use any other candle color as you have. A sterilized needle or razor, a piece of clean paper large enough to write a prayer below, a dry pen where you sign your name in blood. Dip the tip of the pen in your blood. Write the following prayer. Before the Almighty and ineffable God, Satan or Lucifer, which one you like to write, it doesn't really matter. And in the presence of all demons of hell, who are the true and the original gods, I state their full name, renounce any and all past allegiance. I renounce the false Judeo-Christian God Jehova. I renounce his vile and worthless Son Jesus Christ. I renounce his full, odious, and rotten Holy Spirit. I proclaim Satan Lucifer as my one and only God. I promise to recognize and honor him in all things, without reservation, desiring in return his manifold assistance in the successful completion of my endeavors. It is important to bath before any rituals you perform. This is done out of respect. When you are ready, you can light the candle. Take the needle, prick the index finger of your left hand, squeeze some blood out. Sign your name in blood. Recite the prayer either aloud or in your head. Fold the paper and let it burn in the fire of the candle. Many of us have stayed and meditated until the candle had burned itself out. At the end of the ritual close with the words, "So mote it be," and a big "Hail Satan." Oh, by the way, if for example you have a fear of seeing blood or anything, and you do not want to prick your left index finger, you can always just cut cut your arm a little bit, or hand, or whatever else. It doesn't really matter, but it needs to be fresh blood. If you're a girl and you're experiencing menstruation, do not use this blood, as this is not fresh blood, and plus this is disrespectful. No offense, but this is how it is. Frequently asked questions, concerns. Question: can I perform the ritual more than once? Answer: no. Satanic rituals are real and binding. The ritual should only be done one time. Question: I performed the ritual. I could barely get any blood on the paper. Is the ritual still valid? Answer: yes. The amount of blood does not matter. This is only a formality. What is in our hearts and what our intentions are much more important than the amount of blood in our signature. But also blood is needed. This is to give our DNA to Father Satan, to prove that we are really, really, really are dedicating ourselves with our hearts. If you only want to dedicate for material stuff, this is wrong. You're not dedicating with your heart, but you're dedicating with your mind, your indoctrinated mind. You must dedicate with your heart, and you out of free will. If you're just going to dedicate because you want material stuff, this is wrong. Question: can I reverse the ritual at a later date? Answer: satanic rituals, unlike the rituals in other religions, are real and permanent. I received a very small number of letters from people who were confused and harassed by Christians. One person performed a reverse ritual and Satan left him totally. Satan does not push himself on anyone. Christians are deceived. They believe their God to be loving and forgiving. In truth, this monster is a spiteful, hateful attacker of human beings. When one is with Satan, one is always under his protection. He looks out for us, and we enter a new life where we no longer have the worries that others endure. Things are not perfect, but they are always much better. Satan does not punish people who reject him. He simply leaves, and one is left all alone to endure the torments of the enemy. These people wrote to me because after several months they were begging for Satan to take them back. The enemy did absolutely nothing for them. All were extremely regretful they ever left and very desperate to come back. Question: I am underage and my parents would cause me serious problems if they ever caught me doing a satanic ritual. Answer: if there is absolutely no way you can perform the ritual without placing yourself in danger, you can perform it in your astral temple. I'll direct the link in the description. You can do the above ritual when you are older. Performing the dedication on the astral is every bit as valid as doing it physically. Satan is very understanding concerning teens who are forced into accepting Christianity while living at home and being underage. Question: I am underage, living in a Christian home, and my parents forced me to go to church and participate in Christian sacraments. Can I still do the dedication? Will Satan be angry with me? Answer: yes, you can still perform the ritual. Satan understands. As long as you are loyal to him in your heart, he will not be angry with you. Those of you under 18 are not free. There is no need to reveal your allegiance to Satan to anyone. What is in your heart is more important than anything else. Satan advises in the Jehova not to reveal our religion to outsiders if it will cause us harm in any way. This is especially important for teens. Just renounce the Christian God in your mind if you are forced to participate in any of his garbage. Satan understands it can be downright dangerous, and in some cases even life-threatening for teens living in Christian homes to reveal their allegiance to him. One more thing. When you will write the following prayer and write Judeo-Christian God Jehova, just write it how it is right, and I'll direct the link in the description of this information when I'm reading to you. Also, if you're nervous and if you think that you made a mistake or you just regret, for example, you wanted to say Satan, but you look at Lucifer or even Enki or uh, Malaktaus, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what is in your heart. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. What matters is what you truly want. If you only want material stuff, this is not done out of heart, but only out of lack of knowledge. When we dedicate with our heart and we meditate, we can achieve so much more with Father Satan that you cannot even understand. You can do so much more that even an average human being wouldn't be even understanding what you have. Through meditation, we can achieve godhood. So, without further ado, thank you for listening, and hail Satan.